Hello and welcome to Skytech Academy, a structural software training institute. I welcome you to the third lecture of our StatPro Connect basic series. In this lecture, we will discuss about the global and local axis in StatPro. So let's understand first global coordinate system. So if you see in this diagram, this is the GCS, or we call it as a global coordinate system, which is used in StatPro. And if you see, there are 6 degrees of freedom, 3 translations, which is nothing but you can see here uh, U1, U2, U3, and 3 rotations, which is nothing but UR, U4, U5, U6. And this is the axis. This is the global X axis, global Y axis, and global Z axis. This is how it would look like. Let's understand in our StatPro. If you see, this is the global axis, this is global X axis, global Y axis, and global Z axis. Irrespective of any of the structure, whatever you are modeling in the StatPro, this would remain always same. However, you can change the direction of vertical axis in global coordinate system. For that, I will give you another video. In this video, we will focus only on the local axis, and this is GCS, whatever is it is there by default. Okay, so now GCS is clear, global coordinate system is clear. Now let's understand what is local uh, coordinate system. So if you see, I have modeled one beam and one plate. For your understanding, let me show you 3D. So this is one beam I have modeled. If you see, this is one beam and this is one plate I have modeled, right? uh, Now the question is, what is the local axis of this beam element? To see that, we can use the shortcut called shift O, which is nothing but shift orientation. So if you see, whenever you click on shift O, you can see this symbol would come up. What is this symbol here? If you see this, the one is blue color, one is red color, and one is green color. Always remember BRG. So what is BRG? This is nothing but blue color stands for local X axis, red color stands for local Y axis, and green color stands for local Z axis, right? So BRG is equal to XYZ, which is nothing but local direction. So if you come to StatPro, here this is the local X axis, this is the local Y axis, and this is the local Z axis, right? uh, and what if, okay, now I have created beam from left node to right node. That's why this is the local X axis, which is nothing but positive local X axis in this direction. What if I create in reverse direction? To understand this, let's create two nodes. For that, let's select node, let's control C and control V in Z direction. So I have created two nodes, right? Shift N if you want to see the node number. So 7 and 8. What if now I'm making a beam, I'm creating a beam from right to left. So whenever you create beam from right to left, you can see this is the local x-axis, which is nothing but positive local x-axis. Earlier it was in right direction because we have created from left to right. So always remember, your local x-axis would be from your starting point, which is nothing but I node of beam, to J node of the beam, right? And this vertical would always remain same, which is local Y axis, and Z axis accordingly it will place. So if local X axis in this direction, then local Z axis would be in this direction. Same way, if my local X axis would be in this direction, then this is the local Z axis, and this is the local Y axis. Now if you see, there is one another difference. Here you can see this rectangle, here we don't have this rectangle. Why? Because we have only created beam, we have not assigned any we have not assigned any cross section properties to this beam. But whereas I have given one cross section, which is nothing but rectangle, having the properties of 1 meter cross 0.5 meter. So always remember, this is always first number will always indicate the depth of beam, or you can say dimension of beam parallel to local Y axis. So which is nothing but depth of the beam, and 0.5 meter is nothing but dimension parallel to local z-axis. If you want to see the 3D, simply go to 3D rendering, and here you can see key this is the 1 meter depth and this is the 0.5 meter, which is nothing but this is the depth of beam and width of beam, right? So if I unless I model this any section and unless I give to this beam, this rectangle would not come up, otherwise it would come up. I hope this is clear about the local axis in beam element. Now let's come to plate element. So if you see, there is one plate I have created which is having 0.3 meter thickness, so which is nothing but 300 thick plate I have created. So whenever I say plate element, we have to understand the local axis of plate element. For that, if you click on shift T, then you can see this symbol would come up, which is nothing but the symbol of the plate element. Since plate being a 2D element, you can have local x-axis, you can have local z-axis, and you can have local y-axis, right? So in plan you have local x-axis, local y-axis, and this is the local z-axis towards the thickness of the you can say plate. So if you go to 3D, you can say this is the local x-axis, right? If you place like this, you can understand. Okay, so this is the local x-axis, this is local y-axis, and parallel to the depth, which is nothing but local z-axis, right? So this is how you can understand the local axis in plate element, and this is how you can understand local axis in uh, beam element. Always remember that uh, for the result interpretation, all results are based on local axis, whether it is a beam element or plate element. Even if it is not STAAD.Pro also, you can always see all the results based on local axis, whether it is Midas Civil software or it is ETABS or anything. So whatever software you are learning, always start with understanding of say global axis and then local axis. So this is the STAAD.Pro I'm teaching, that's why I'm focusing on STAAD.Pro's local and global axis. But if you are say learning Midas Civil, then also you have to understand what is the local axis in the Midas Civil and what is the global axis in Midas Civil, because all results are based on your local axis. And one more point here, to understand the result, it always follows the right hand thumb rule. So always remember, we have to follow right hand thumb rule if you are uh, understanding any output result from the STAAD.Pro, which are again based on the local axis. I hope it is clear. uh, so I have covered basically local axis of beam and plate element in one video together, and I have also covered global axis or global coordinate system. In the next video I will teach you how to change the vertical axis of global coordinate system. So stay connected and like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also share with your friends, and stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you for your attention.